Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to monthly Thronebreaker EQ. All fun and games. New champions are going to be Northstar and Arcade, but before we get to them, chapter 1.1 boss is going to be a ghost. Now there are plenty of different nodes here. There's going to be Falter, there's going to be Langur, and there's also going to be redlining, so don't get more than up to 2 bars of power. Just like that, you saw that I lost all my power. They also take damage from Langur, so use your special as soon as you get them, and before you know it, you're able to kill off Ghost. Just a regular Ghost fight with all of those armor breaks, you're able to take her out. Just be careful about some of the nodes that are there, and I've also given you some for the path, so that should work out. Boss number 2 on chapter 1.2 is going to be a Toad. So think about Toad as like a little annoying baby that you punt across. You want to punt across a room, but you're not able to because he's your kid. So it's just a little annoying fight here with obstinate charge. So whenever he will try to charge in and you parry, he's going to get a stun immunity on the first parry. So you have to use your re-parry technique. Apart from that regular Toad fight, just you bring a poison immune champion and you are good. I'm just using Hulk here. Gonna knock him down to remove the protection, and then a big SP2 and one SP2 takes him out. So very simple. Make sure that you use a heavy attack before you use any specials to remove that protection, and also just bring in poison immune champion and with re-parry against the obstinate charge. Next up is going to be a Kindred on chapter 2.1. Now this is just a regular Kindred fight with a few things on the nodes. So number 1 is going to be you need a champion that applies a lot of debuffs, so you can ignore the damage from a Nightmare, because the more debuffs you have, the less damage you take from the defenders or damage over time. Next one is going to be your roots. You're going to be rooted a lot. And the most annoying one is down and out. Do not use a heavy attack or knock down Kindred until you have a special attack ready, because if you knock down, there's going to be a timer and you need to throw a special attack in between. If you don't throw, you're gonna take half of your health as damage. That's what happened to me here, and I'm struggling at 14%, but we were able to take him down eventually. So don't do that mistake. Use a knockdown only when you have a special attack and you should be good, and the rest is a regular Kindred fight. Moving on to the next one, it's going to be a spot. Now this spot is not really difficult right here. The only thing you need to do, if you're going to bring in a skill champion, if you bring in any champion, do not bring in a champion that has any kind of cleanse or any kind of shrug off or purify, because you will take a burst of damage. Other than that, make sure that you bring a champion that can bypass miss, or you can dance around like I'm using with Kate Bishop, and you should be good for this fight. So just one thing, do not bring a champion that has any kind of cleanse or purify, because you'll keep taking that damage. You notice I took a few damage with Kate as well, and anybody who can bypass miss, and you should be able to get this one done. Now the first new champion is going to be Northstar. Now Northstar depends on all of it, on his special attacks and criticals to get all of his shenanigans and his abilities to keep going. So if you bring in a champion that can control his power, he is rendered useless. So right now I'm going to use a vision, and this is a good example where I can control his power. One curveball here though is he is immune to shock. So you cannot so you bring in champions that have some kind of power control or have crit resistance, but they are not dependent on shock. So if you keep that in mind, you should be able to bring the right champion to take him down. For me, it was Vision. I just kept in power drained and not let him throw any special attack. Then I'm using 4-hit combos and block for him to trigger heavy and not throw specials until I get 2 bars of power and I take him out. So pretty straightforward fight. Even if you don't keep him power drained, his SP1 is very easy to evade. You can space it out as well, but I think the better way is to use a champion with power drain, so you don't have to worry about his specials or his abilities triggering. Also, he has mighty charge, so you won't be able to parry. You have to wait for the unblockable from the node. after a cooldown, if you're near Northstar, he will get unblockable, otherwise you will get it. So wait for the unblockable and use that advantage. And finally, we have probably the most annoying defender in a while, that is going to be Arcade. Now, I am going to go through this fight first on slow-mo so I can explain quite a bit, because Cosmic Ghost Rider just took him out so quick, it's not enough time to explain you what's going on and what are the mechanics. So, let's talk about the nodes on Arcade. So, first one is going to be your Undermine. It's also dig, dig, dig. So 16 seconds, the defender will gain an Undermine for buff for 8 seconds. If you're out of a striking range, you will get it. Now you need Undermine and Heavy Attack to stop him from auto-blocking. So when the fight starts, there is going to be, he will cycle through immunities of slow and stun. So block until he throws a Heavy Attack. His Heavy Attack animation is slow, so you can interrupt it after the first hit in that Heavy Attack, and you can use a heavy against it. That is going to help you. Once that happens, once you're knocked down, you take away his ability to auto block, so you can parry again and use a light ending combo to build up your power, and then followed up with medium ending combo into an SP2. There's also Healthy Disposition I just described, cycle between stun, slow and heal block community for 8 seconds. One that we really ignore is going to be Bubble Shield. In all the chaos going on, the Bubble Shield is really annoying, just slaps you with an unblockable hit every 10 hits in your block, so be careful about that. And Counter Punch, whenever he's going to auto block, he's going to gain an unstoppable 0.85. So imagine he auto blocks you and then he goes unstoppable, he retaliates right away. So quite a lot to deal with, but CGR, any Cosmic Champion will work. Bring a Cosmic Champion here, because Arcade has a lot of debuffs, so, and he's immune to debuffs from other champions like Cosmic. So bring your Cosmics. So right here, we're gonna wait for his Heavy Attack, first hit, and during the second hit, we just use our Heavy Attack and we are able to interrupt him. My mistake, I just ran in, so I'm just gonna wait for a parry here. Now he's not able to auto block me because I did knock him down. So this fight is more about getting the Undermine buff for you and keep knocking him down. So right here, I've got a setup ready for my SP2, and just like that, with 5 of those judgments, I am able to do that damage. Right there, Bubble Shield got activated, and I didn't notice that there's already 10 charges for Bubble Shield. The 11th one is unblockable. So yeah, keep knocking down, keep the Undermine up, and you are good for this fight. Otherwise, he will auto block you to help. See you on the next one. Bye.